Let's go into the echo chamber. I'll tell you how I made this blog post about Darius II. It's a bit more filled in than the previous one. I did an earlier one. And that would take you to the Wikipedia page. Catherine Yateman was a fanette of Darius. I'm not sure which Darius. There was a Darius III, but I'm not onto that bit yet. So if you go back to the latest page, I was very impressed by that tomb. And you don't get out of that very easily, do you, once it's closed? But apparently he wasn't necessarily interred there. It's described as a potential resting place. But maybe something happened. Prospective tomb of Darius II in Rostan in Iran now, present-day Iran. Issue: prior to his accession, Darius II was married to the daughter of Gobrias. Darius II had 4 sons, one of whom fathered Artabazanes, who served as king of Media Atropatene in the second half of the 3rd century BC. And there's a location of him in the... So when I saw last night, when I saw the window of this house, after seeing the gardeners at Brookside, the gardener's doormat, which says, "You say hello, I say goodbye," or vice versa, I think. You say hello, I say goodbye, but written backwards and upside down, and depending on which way around you put the mat. Well, he opens the door and he's got his arm in a splint, and he's got screws in he's broken his right arm, and he's got screws in it, and a stainless steel, what's this bone? Tibia? So I went further up the house.
House hunting should be done in the hours of darkness. Look at this.
See the window? The window looks like the top half of the tomb, but it's an upside down T. And I thought the mountain had overturned, and crossing your T's and dotting your I's. That's the tree.
I've just been to see the musical gardener at just down there. Man, his doormat. That gave me a turn.
So then I saw 21 and I thought of 42 and 12. And then I said,
Half and Darius half.
and if you look at the way you write binary fractions, 1.1 is what I called that video. I think Darius had some fantastic gardens, and that's what I want to look into. And then today I went and I saw the Afghani, because Jasmine, who lives down the road, who has this big dog called Rambo, Jasmine's from Afghanistan.
Snappy dresses.
And then I made while I was washing those clothes, I made a video by the War Memorial. This is opposite the laundrette.
Full Armistice Day. I'm waiting for a dryer to come free. Look at this. It's a nice, could be a nice day, but I have to dry the clothes with electricity. Put pound coins in the machine because I don't have access to a garden with a place to hang to dry clothes.
So it's because this house has been divided into separate flats, and there's no back door. There are two flats that have, the two ground floor flats at the back have access to the garden and no one else. And neither of the people that are in those two flats are interested in doing the garden. And then so the rest is you can watch. And then I was listening to the words of PJ Harvey's Lonesome Tonight, or Little Lonesome Tonight. And I put a link to this house. Which shows you what an incredible chemistry set we live in. Water sinking. If you look at that video about water, phases of water inside the Earth's magma, it's incredible. That's this link.
This is a syringe full of water. I've closed off this end so it can't escape. And no matter how hard I push, nothing really happens. I can't compress it. Even if I put this inside an industrial hydraulic press, a machine that can push down with thousands of tons of force, the volume would only decrease by about 1%. But what if it was squeezed even harder? What if this water was subjected to the extreme pressures in the Earth's core?
And that goes on to explain all these different phases of water and how it exists at massively high temperatures. And there stops being a distinction down in the Earth, towards the Earth's core. There stops being a distinction between Earth and water. And that is almost Aristotelian. The Platonic solids are connected with elements, and Aristotle connects fire with tetrahedra, water with octahedra, or that's like, yeah, a four-sided pyramid on top of a four-sided pyramid. and it connects Earth with a cube, and sorry, it's air. Is it air that's octahedra, and water is dodecahedra, which is a 12-sided shape, 12 faces. And if you look at we're way back, I haven't put any links into Norman Wildberger's Platonic Solids lectures, but they give you connections with algebra and topology, which I ought to make those links, because there's all this stuff happening with magma and lava and whatnot. So that's how I made this blog post. And this idea for an NFT is what I was thinking about, 5th generation Draughtsman's contracts.
So can we use these as NFTs and give some orphan, orphan's great-great-granddaughter a house one day?
And to understand what I mean by Draughtsman's contracts, you have to watch the movie, The Draughtsman's Contract. Is it Peter Weir? No. It's that other guy who hangs out too much time in art galleries. It's got music by Michael Nyman. Peter Greenaway. Nominative Determinism. Looks like a good film. I haven't seen it. Anthony Higgins, Janet Suzman. Groombridge Place was the main location, and Groombridge Place is a moated manor house in the village of Groombridge near Tunbridge Wells, Kent. It's become a tourist attraction, noted for its formal gardens and vineyards. The manor house has an associated dower house. And a dower house is where the widowed owner, the owner's widow, would typically live when the succession, when the next. A dower house is usually a moderately large house available for use by the widow of the previous owner of an English, Scottish or Welsh estate. The widow, often known as the dowager, usually moves into the dower house from the larger family house on the death of her husband, if the heir is married, and upon his marriage, if he was single at his succession. Upon his marriage, if he was single. The new heir occupies the now vacated principal house, and the Draughtsman's contract is a strange kind of mother-daughter reconciliation, involving sheep and croquet. I don't want to go there.